G'day there, Guardians. It's that time. Azur is in the reef this week, and he has only just spawned in for me, and I've been searching for him for the last 15 minutes. So he's just arrived in the reef, and he has with him this week the primary weapon Legacy Engram. That decrypts at a maximum light of 170. It is a year 1 weapon, primary weapon, so if you're looking for year 1 weapons for your collection, that's how you get it. For the helmets, for the Titans, he has a Helm of Saint 14, which is an intellect 100 roll down from 111, not very good from 12 tier perspective. It's pretty average, less than 90% there. But its perk is handy perk to have, especially in PvE land. PvP, people find ways around it anyway. But basically, when you pop your Ward of Dawn bubble, your Defender bubble, Titan bubble, anything that goes in it, any enemies that go inside that bubble are blinded. Bit like a flashbang going off or anything like that, you're blinded as long as you're in it, and you actually lasts for a few seconds after you leave. It has increased strength or intellect. It's a pure intellect roll, so you can add some strength, but you know, it's a pure intellect roll. It does have infusion, which is one of my favorite perks, replenishing health each time you pick up an orb of light. With Ashes to Assets, a handy PvP perk. Or Second Thoughts, where you gain bonus super energy from special weapon kills in PvE only. Not a great 12 tier roll, but an excellent Titan helmet to have if you're a PvE player. Particularly, it's very, very handy at certain points. I love to run it at places like the Templar Challenge if I'm running that second teleport, or also Golgoroth Challenge. This can be very handy in a few other places as well, especially where you have a lot of ads. Khepri Sting for the Hunters at an 86 pure strength roll down from 99. Again, that is pretty garbage in terms of tier 12 stats. But this Touch of Venom exotic perk over here, you gain invisibility after crouching in place for a short time. It's about 4 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. It operates exactly the same way as Stalker for the Blade Dancer, where you crouch for a few seconds and then you go invisible. Although you don't have to be a Blade Dancer for Khepri's Sting to proc. Melee attacks while you're invisible and you attack from behind, so it's a combination of backstab and blink strike, I guess, where you deliver 4 times damage and also you apply a lingering damage effect. So you've got a dot, 4 times damage, melee from behind and invisible. It's not a bad little gauntlet piece to have for your hunter. I ran it for a little while there, but I haven't run it for quite some time, actually. I might go back to it. It's one of these days. It has Scout Rifle loader or machine gun loader, so you can have more of either of those. Switchblade and Impact Induction decreases melee attack cooltime, or bonus grenade energy on melee hits. It's got increased discipline or increased strength. Obviously, it's a pure strength roll because it's a melee-oriented exotic perk. It's always going to have melee. It's always going to have strength and melee-oriented perks in here. So that is for the Hunters. And the Warlocks this week have the Light Beyond Nemesis helmet. It is a 104 roll down from 111, so 7 stat points down. It's the best of the 3 in terms of stats, but even that is pretty rubbish. It's an intellect discipline roll with infusion, hands-on, and heavy lifting. Hands-on gives you bonus super energy from melee hits in PvE, and heavy lifting is the same, but for heavy weapons only. Increased intellect and discipline, obviously, and Keeper of the Pack is the exotic perk for the Light Beyond Nemesis, where you get quick res, so you revive fallen teammates a little bit faster, and you can also generate an extra orb when you proc your super. The weapon this week is the Trespasser. Now, the Trespasser, especially in the sidearm meta, is pretty ridiculous, but I actually haven't got into it myself. I've been running a few different things. It does have Fallen Assassin, these handy, funky-looking ornaments. Fallen Assassin there. That's what Fallen Assassin looks like. Or Crucible Assassin. I think that one's a little better. Let's go back to that. Show me, go back. No, go back! There, that one. Anyway, I like that one. I like the look of that. I think that looks kind of cool, especially with the little daggers or swords down on the bottom right-hand side there. Unrepentant is the perk that you have here. Reloading after a kill causes the next burst to be longer and more powerful super burst. And all the way over here, Be the Danger it gives you deadly accuracy. It fires a burst of bullets with deadly accuracy, so it's not a single fire thing. It fires 3, I think. And of course, Unrepentant as well is quite a handy perk to have, especially after you get a kill, you get more power. Anyway, the weapon bundles this week: Bad Juju and Dragon's Bane. For a change, he hasn't brought Monte Carlo, Red Death, or freaking Zalo Supercell. The Dragon's Bane, yep, not bad, but I actually quite like the Bad Juju the way it is. And Truth with the Heart of Gold, obviously, no surprises there, makes it look gold. The Curios this week, Emerald Coil and Void Drive, give you the green St. Patrick's Day Trail Booster, or the Booster Trail, or the Void Drive gives you that purpley pooly one. Now, heavy ammo synths, 1 strange coin for 3 heavy ammo synths, not exotic shards, and 3 strange coins for 10 heavy ammo synths. This particular package right here is the single best method of ranking up in the game. So what you do is you farm strange coins, you go see this guy, grab as many of these as you can, then you go over to your faction dude, whoever that is, whether it's Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, Future War Cult, you go there and you hand in heavy ammo synths as a donation. You hand in as many as you can of those. If you've got the exotic class item for that faction, then whack that on as well, because that gives you a 10% bonus reputation. It gives you a bit of a reputation boost. You do that, and then make sure you've got your highest light when you pick up your package, and grab obviously whatever it is you need. If you need armor or you need a weapon to up your light, rinse and repeat. Obviously equip that and then keep going as many times as you can. You can get to 400 that way. Faction packages decrypt at up to 400 light now. 3 of coins is another handy way to get your light up, because you can farm exotic engrams either in Crucible or in the Iron Tombs, the best place to farm, where you pop a 3 of coins, you kill a boss, pop a 3 of coins, kill a boss, get the 3rd boss to kill you, or the ads to kill you, and then rinse and repeat. So that is how you do that. You can farm quite a few exotic engrams in an hour with that method. The Glass Needles, 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and an exotic shard. For any exotic armor piece, you can twist fate with 250 glimmer, 10 armor materials, and 1 of those glass needles. You can twist fate, which randomizes these perks and these stats on any exotic armor piece. And of course, the like I said before, the exotics are obviously tied to particular activities. So the Khepri's Sting, for example, like we talked about before, is a melee-oriented exotic piece. So you're always going to have melee-oriented perks in here, and you're always going to have strength. You'll never, ever get an intellect discipline roll on Khepri's Sting, ever, because it's a melee-oriented exotic piece. So just bear that in mind when you're rolling glass needles through different things, because you will only get certain perks on certain armor pieces, and you'll only get specific stats on certain armor pieces as well. There are some things, some rolls that you just cannot get. As usual, the materials exchange: 2 strange coins for 1 mote of light, or 7 strange coins for an exotic shard. He is in the reef, as I said, just down over here in the bottom here. It is, quick recap: Primary Legacy Engram, Helm of Saint 14, Khepri's Sting for the Hunters, Light Beyond Nemesis for the Warlocks, the Trespasser, and Bad Juju, Bad Juju and Truth with the Dragon's Bane or Heart of Gold ornaments. I hope you got something out of this video, Guardians. If you did, please give it the thumbs up. You can catch me, Boiler Room 81, on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Thanks for watching, Guardians. I'll see you next time.